What's going on, Watt family? Today is going to be the much anticipated update review on the Ehora Pro 2. If you recall from the other video, when I first got this bike and I took it out on the road to test it out for the first time, there were some issues. I did have some issues with that rear motor, and then I had some issues with the tire, but that was easy fix. And it's a reminder, when you get a new bike, most of the time it's gonna come already seated in there. But if you're like me, you have to do some prep work. So I deflated the tires, added some flat out, added a liner, and then when I put the bike together, I didn't do it correctly, so it wasn't balanced right. So it takes a little bit of deflating, inflating to make sure that these tires are balanced based on what based on the flat out and the liner, if you're gonna put a liner in it. There is a little trial and error in there. That was easily fixed. The motor was not. I contacted Ehora. They're very responsive. I get a lot of messages on my channel about people complaining about Ehora or e-bikes in general. Listen, these are mechanical machines, and these are mass produced, and they're being shipped to you. And oftentimes when you get the bike, you don't know what you're gonna get. But for me, what's important is working with a company that's going to be responsive. Ehora is that company. They immediately responded. They shipped me out a new motor. It took me a little bit to get that motor installed because I'm a busy person, but it's installed. So we're gonna take it out on a dash today to see how the new motor functions, and to give you a full review, because we really didn't do a full review last time, on the Ehora Pro 2. And again, there is going to be a comparison video between this bike and the Juliet Pro. Basically the same bikes. There's a couple of minor differences, like the suspension on the back, as well as this is a dual motor and the other one is a single motor. But nonetheless, let's go out for a dash. Let's see how this bike performs in a real world environment. And then you can decide whether this bike is for you. Let's roll, people. All right, guys, we're gonna get ready to take off on the Ehora Juliet Pro 2. I'm gonna start my apps. Here's a tip that I learned from Zach over at King DoorDash. Dash in increments of either an hour or 2 hours. I tried the hour, it didn't really work for me, so I'm gonna do the 2 hour, and I'll do 9 2-hour increments. I did my safety checks already. It's important why to do your safety check. Not only is it because it's a wise thing to do, but for example, yesterday I was going to go on a ride on my Furious EMX bike, did the safety check and realized that the rear tire had a nail that was this big embedded in the tire. Didn't go flat because I have flat out, but nonetheless, there's a big nail in there, so I'm not taking that out. So I'm gonna have to fix that in a few. Anyway, let's rock and roll, my beautiful people. I'm gonna be using the Unit 1 helmet. Just like my bikes, I rotate helmets with this Unit 1 helmet. It's a great bike. It flashes in the back, has the light in the front. So, and then for safety, I also have that back flashing light. In addition to all the lights, that I have on my bike, like my pedals. So let's rock and roll, my beautiful people. All right, guys, let's go ahead and head out. Just a quick reminder on this bike, if you don't remember, I'm gonna go over the specs on the bike. In fact, I put the specs up on the screen. One of the things about the bike that has a little bit of a safety issue is when it's stopped, the brake will be engaged. So you have to remember, especially if you're at a traffic light, hold the brake so that the brake doesn't engage and you can take off once the light changes. But right now we're starting at 67.9 volts and we'll see what we end up with. Right now we're on single motor. I think I'm gonna stay on single motor for a little bit just to see how the bike feels, because we changed that rear motor. So let's see how that rear motor feels and behaves. Oops. Beautiful dogs. Good morning. It's been raining a lot down here. Hoping the rain stays away, at least for the first couple of hours. I'm gonna dash from 7, it is 7:15 right now, from 7 to 10. All right, so we're on pedal assist 1, single motor, and we're right at about 14 miles an hour. Let's take it up to 2, and on 2, we're up to about 18 miles an hour. Let me stay on 2 for a second. All right, we're at 18 miles an hour on pedal assist 2. Let's bump that up to 3. All right, pedal assist 3, probably gonna get stuck, but stuck behind this landscaping truck. But on 3, we're at 22 miles an hour, almost 23, 22.6. Turn on that light, keep that light on. .7, that's where we are. And like I said, we're not gonna be able to go much faster because we're stuck behind this landscaping truck. All right, now we are on back where we left off, pedal assist 3, 22.7 miles. It's about the steady speed. Let's bump this up to 4. 29 miles an hour and climbing, but now we're going up a hill. So let's see how we do on this overpass with single motor. It is dropping a little bit. We're dropping to 27, 26. I don't think it did bad on a single motor. All right, we are on pedal assist 4, and we're climbing up to 32 miles an hour. Now we got traffic. I hate when these guys take the bike lane. Come on, people. Let's take this up to pedal assist 5. And we're climbing quickly, 28, 29, 30, 31. We're right at 30, pedal assist 5. Single motor. 31, 31. Let's see if he goes to 32. 32. All right, we have a Walgreens order. Drop this down. And let's go to dual motor. We'll test out dual motor in a second. Let me just grab this. Wow, it picks up a lot quicker. But I gotta cross the street here. All right, we got a DoorDash shop order. So let's take the shop order and then we'll continue testing it out. A dual motor makes a big difference. All right, we are here at Walgreens. Let's take care of the shop order real quick. All right, one item. Aisle 22, should be right in front of me. It should be Pero. Okay, he left me a message. Let's see what the message is.
Thanks now. See you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go. Deliver this and then move on to the next. We're gonna order an Uber Eats order. How you doing? Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. All right, so let's go to the Grand Cafe. Let's see what we got here. Miriam. Good morning. Pick up for Miriam? Okay. All right, so we got another orders, one item at Walgreens. So I'm gonna run over there and get that order. One item. There it is. Bang, people. I love it. Let's see if this is it. Yes, man. Morning again. This one's on Sterling also. Let's go deliver this. Thank God it's only 5 minutes away. That was a little bit of a disaster because the nanny said it wasn't there, but I left it there. Took a picture. That's what the address said. Delivery instruction was to drop it off there, so that food order, I dropped off the Walgreens order and then came back and dropped off the food. Even though the nanny said they didn't order anything there. I'm not gonna be driving around with that food, so I'm dropping it off. But I got another order here at Dunkin' Donuts for Uber Eats. And I hadn't DoorDash in a while, so I dropped from platinum status to gold, but I'm only 7 deliveries from getting back up to platinum. So I'll try to get that done today. I wasn't planning to stay out late, but I might stay out until I get these 7 deliveries done. And then, gotta tell you, the bike so far, so good, it's holding up well. But like I mentioned, I'm not a big fan of the dual motor bikes anymore. I'm in Florida, I don't really need them. They're nice to have. They do give you a lot more power. but you get a smoother ride with a single motor bike. All right, Jacqueline was ready as soon as I came in, which is good. All right, let's rock and roll. All right, we dropped that off. Let's just take photo. Continue. Oh, that's for me. I'll pick up on the phone. Nope. All right, so we got that. We're going east. We haven't made it east all morning, but we're gonna be heading east now. And I'm glad this order does not have any drinks, so we can haul butt to the order. All right, as I was saying, I am not a fan of, dual motor bikes are great, but when you live in Florida where it's flat, you don't need it. Like for example, this one, dual motor, it's a rough ride, man, because that front motor's got too much power. So we'll switch over to the front motor now. And we're on 3. Let's go over to 4. Now this front motor definitely is a lot louder than the rear motor. So I'm gonna have to go in there and just make sure this is enough, do a little bit of maintenance on it, because it's loud, man. It's not supposed to be this loud. But nonetheless, you'll see it's a rough ride when you compare it to a single motor bike. Now there's some dual motor bikes like the Testway X5 that one rides smooth, single motor or dual motor. So, you see how that takeoff is? It is much faster when you have dual motor. It's just not smooth. I'm not a fan. Would be the last one down. I'm gonna pause this app. I'm gonna pause it because I gotta get the DoorDash order, which is all the way on Griffin. I gotta get those DoorDash. I gotta take every order regardless if it's shit or good or not. I gotta take it because I gotta get back up to platinum status, which I should be able to do today. We have a maple. This is probably not gonna be ready. Let's see. Oh, Hannah, very nice. Humane Society. That's where I saw going up to Griffin. I gotta go all the way up to the Humane Society. Let's see which way they're gonna send me. To Anglers, right? I knew I saw Griffin when the order came in. I thought they were referring to the Dunkin' Donuts on Griffin, but that's where I'm gonna drop this off at. No coffee, which means I can go fast, hit bumps, doesn't matter, I like it. They switched to dual motor. All right, pedal assist number 4. Let's see how fast we can go on pedal assist number 4. Dual motor. I'm gonna lean forward. 35 miles an hour. 36. 36, 37. Let's go to 5. 40. Cruise control. We're at 40 miles an hour. Steady 40 miles an hour. Now right now, this is set so that doesn't matter what pedal assist you're on, if you use throttle, it's gonna give you everything. Which I'm gonna change that because I don't really like that. I like that throttle to give me the power that I want at the pedal assist level that I'm at. So let me drop this back down because I don't need to go that fast anymore. And we are here, my beautiful people. It says take a photo, but I'm gonna drop this off on the inside. Good morning.
Hi.
Is this for Miriam?
Miriam.
Is it Miriam? No, Hannah. I'm sorry, Hannah.
Oh, okay.
Hannah.
I was like, Miriam. I'm like,
Hannah.
I'm gonna be Miriam's practice.
All right, my beautiful people. Got that done. Let's head over back to Dania Point. All right, we just got a DoorDash order. I didn't even look to see where it's at, but I'm just gonna follow the map. I was heading to Dania Point anyway. It looks like it's going to be in Dania Point. So let's head over to Dania Point. All right, I'm on dual motor. That's why you hear that front motor. That front motor is loud as shit compared to that rear motor. But I like how fast we get up to 36, 37 miles an hour. Back up to 40 miles an hour. All right, I have no idea where I'm going. In terms of the pickup location, I know where I'm at. I'd be going right back to Dunkin' Donuts. No, it's not, it's McDonald's. We're going to McDonald's, people. All right, let's talk about the suspension on this bike. It's good. It's not the best. I think the suspension on the Juliet Pro is much better. But it does the job. I mean, oh, let's catch this light. And I like the suspension better on the Juliet Pro than I do on this one. All right, we're here at McDonald's. This McDonald's has a history of being slow as molasses, but it looks like it's not busy. So hopefully everything's ready. Arrived at store. Got some drinks. Let's go pick this bad baby up. That looks like they're preparing my order. All right, we got our pickup from Michael. Let's see where we're going. We're going 1.7 miles. There is a drink, but it's a cold drink, and usually these cold drinks are not an issue. But I still can't drive like a madman. But just a quick reminder, guys, if you're dashing, you have to dual dash. I mean, I lost platinum status because I haven't dashed in a while, but I have Uber Eats, which is keeping me busy right now. Oops. And I like it. And where we're going, we are going out west. Again, man, this bike, see how it jerks you? It just gives you too much power when you're at dual motor. And it doesn't have that on-off switch like I have on my Seeker 24 and my Peugeot. I don't have that button where I can shut off and switch between dual motor and single motor. I wish it had that because it's a pain in the ass switching otherwise. So let's head over. How far west are we going? To the courtyard. Okay, we're going to the courtyard. So more or less where we just came from. We're going to be heading right back to that spot. All right, that is done. 2175 so far in an hour and maybe an hour. All right, we're inside the Pro Bass shop. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. If you've never been, and you like outdoor stuff, great place to go in and shop and look around. All right, we got an order for Bake Shack. So let's head there now. All right, we're at Bake Shack, and holy shit, it's a fucking drink. Damn it. Morning. Yeah, for Tommy?
It's just gonna be this year. So I told you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, at least it's not super far. And they do a pretty good job at sealing it. All right, we got an order at First Watch, and it's right around the corner. I'm gonna go slow because First Watch is known to be super slow. Although it's been slow on all these restaurants. So we are in September. September is a slow month because school starts. It's not that many tourists anymore in comparison to the summer. So let's see if my theory is correct. Maybe I won't be waiting super long in First Watch because it's not super busy right now. But I can see there's a Dasher there right now. And if he's there waiting, that means I will be waiting. Which kind of sucks. Let's see if I am correct. Now, if you guys see, it says here, pick up by 10:14. It's 10:11, so it'll definitely not be ready. I see they're packaging one, but like I said, there's another driver here. We'll see who gets the lucky draw right now. Damn it, Uber got me. I'll have to decline this for right now. Let me pause it. I don't know where I'm going with this. I didn't check, which I should have. All right, just like I suspected, they're slow as freaking molasses, bro. Waited, what is it? Waited 8 minutes to get the order. Which, some of you guys might be thinking, well, 8 minutes is not a long time. Yeah, it is, well. I can do 2 deliveries in 8 minutes. Exaggerated, I could do 1 delivery in 8 minutes. But it's not a drink, or there isn't a drink, which for me, it is a plus. Whenever I don't have a drink. Where am I going, by the way? Oh, going back. the way we came. I'm doing great. How you doing? There you go. Thank you. Got a pickup for Sophia. I just happen to be here, so it's good. Good morning, Sophia. All right, that was a little bit of a wait. It was definitely a little bit of a wait. Ugh. And I took this one, and it was a shitty ass order. All right, we just dropped off that Pura Vida order, and it is, what time is it? 10:44, so we're gonna head home now and call it a day. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start heading home. If we get an order, we'll take that order. I'm gonna do a final speed test on it, dual motor, because I haven't really pushed this. And they say that this bike can go up to 40 plus miles an hour. I don't think I've hit anything close to that yet. So we will try it. I just want traffic to go by. I don't want a lot of traffic near me. All right, so let's see. Oh, it definitely has a lot of, way too much torque. All right, so let's see. Throttle only, I'm gonna kind of duck down a little bit. We have 29, 30, 32, that front motor's sputtering, man, it sucks. 35, and I'm probably gonna run out. Yeah. I have not been able to do a full speed test. Let me turn around then. I'm gonna turn around up here. We're gonna try it again. But this bike has had a lot of issues, and it's still having issues. As you can tell, it sputters. That front motor is starting to sputter. I've been dashing all morning, and I don't know if it's the heat or what, but it's not riding very good right now. And now we're gonna get all sorts of freaking traffic. This is funny, man. Yep, if I don't get any clear traffic after this van. All right, I'm gonna try it now. Let's try it. Look at that, spin out, let's go. $25, $30, and there it goes, spinning. We're at 35. $38. Ah, damn! First of all, it takes too long to get up in speed. It takes way too long to get up in speed. And lastly, I don't have enough space because I keep catching traffic. So we're gonna abandon that until we get a long straightaway with no traffic. But right now, I can tell you that I'm gonna be riding to Ehora again, trying to get a new front motor. And once again, this bike has failed me. Although when we first came out, it was riding nice. But that front motor is definitely not not functioning right. So I wonder if e-bikes have a lemon law. We will find out because I'm going to be riding eHorror again. But it's been a productive day. I did have a good day dashing. It is beautiful. The weather's nice. Not hot. Thank God. So let's head back home and I'm going to give you my final thoughts when I get to the house. All right, well, family, we're going to be done for today. Let me give you my final thoughts. But first, let's go over the numbers. We're gonna go. Let's look at Strava. Strava says we went 36.92 miles, 16.6 miles per hour is the average speed, and a total time of 2 hours and 13 minutes of ride time. We still have a lot of battery left. We're at 61.9 volts. Man, that's a lot. That's probably like 80% of the battery still intact. So for range, this bike, just like the Juliet Pro, it's awesome. You know, this one, the Mini Goat, the Motor Goat, now that I added the bigger battery, man, they go forever. So you don't ever have to worry about range with these bikes. But now let's talk about the ride experience first. So disappointed with this bike, like super disappointed, right? And I don't know who to blame here. It's probably the fact that I got a lemon. I don't think it's eHorror. I've bought multiple bikes and own multiple bikes from eHorror, and this is the first bike that has given me any issues. My Juliet Pro, it's literally my favorite bike. I ride that hard, I ride it often, and zero issues so far. I have the AM100 that I've had for a long time. That bike's never given me issues. Man, that bike is like 3 or 4 years old, and it still rides as good as it did when I first got it. So I just think that I got a lemon, is what I think it is. Because now the issue is that front motor. Rear motor, I put the new motor in because we had that issue with that rear motor, put that new motor in. So for the first probably hour that I rode single motor just to test it out, no issues. It rides nice, it's comfortable, it's smooth, it's quiet, I love it. The moment I turned down that front motor and we started riding hard with that front motor, we had issues. It sputters, it cuts off. So now I gotta send eHorror another email and I gotta get that front motor. Anyway, other than that, like I said, I just think I got a lemon of a bike. I'm not blaming eHorror, but once again, got disappointed. It was a somewhat productive day. I spent a lot of time filming and doing stuff for this bike. Dashing wasn't a priority, but I still made over 30 something bucks. So it wasn't bad. It's starting to get hot now because the weather was beautiful, but now it's starting to get hot. So now it is time for me to go send out some emails. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. We will get to the bottom of the issues of this bike. Like I said, I still have hope that once everything's fixed, this bike is going to be just as good as the Juliet Pro. Anyway, love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.